what am I doing up here? Okay. So I'm going to say to you that one thing that really struck me what Nino said about our language, that it carries our heart, our souls, the destiny of our life. And that's true. My recollections as a child, when my grandmother and my grandfather spoke only Sicilian, and my mother and father spoke only Sicilian, and my brother and I were learning to learn English. And that was the status of myself and a large number of other families at that time in Elizabeth Street. Most, not all, but most of the Sicilian families in that era started off on Elizabeth Street and eventually evolved to Lofaso Avenue from 116th Street between Palladino and Pleasant Avenue. I see a couple of nods in the audience at the bottom. And right, 116th Street, or maybe Walker Avenue, or even Morris Avenue. So I'm for that, both on Morris Avenue, there were enclaves of Sicilian people, Sicilian business, that's what Morris did.
That's what I was. I thought we were talking Italian. Because everyone I saw in the street that was German, or Irish, or French, or English, said, oh, I know you, you're that Italian boy. And then I didn't know any better when we were speaking our language. And I just want to say that I have to get this out, I have to express it. I don't have the background and experience of all of our learned speakers here, but just have to say, Gistukat, not questola, Gistukat. And that's, for everyone, that's really an important thing, because it's that one phrase changes everything, turns everything around. When we want to say, who knows what Dunfaccio means? Dunfaccio. It's across the street. We don't say La Trollata della Strada. We say Dunfaccio. Now that would be, in Italian, would be said completely differently. So we are not a dialect. We are a separate and succinct language. A separate and succinct language. People like to use the word dialect or variation on theme. Yes, there are Italian words that have drifted down from the north, hundreds of them, but there are thousands of words that are not Italian in the Sicilian language. And I don't know anything about it compared to our other speakers here and to our chairman.
But I want to say that distinction is important to keep. That distinction is important to honor. When I think of my grandparents, when I think of my family, I think of them in those words, because those are the kinds of words they spoke. I would be going and trying to get the cherries and the alcohol because they were nice and red. My grandfather said, stop, I take it down. Let me go. Da and toga, and Italian words. They usually want da and toga, not la and di or qua and wa. No. Those are the words that we use, you know. And I don't want to use I don't want to have the correct word. They ring in me, in my soul. And Dr. Chipotle, they ring inside me. I think of them all the time, and when I recollect them in Sicilian. So, what happened? They're afraid that when we go to school, we're not going to speak English. So after my grandparents passed on, we only spoke English in the house. And as the years went by, we had no occasion, my brother and I, to hear Sicilian or to speak Sicilian. And in time, through here at Italian Charities of America, I began to take the Sicilian courses here and to reinvigorate my interest and to try and get my kids to hit them with a stick and get them to be interested as well. I believe that we're one of the most important organizations in the United States that's doing everything it can do to support and to reinvigorate that language, to give opportunity for people to learn it, to give opportunity for people to speak it, to give opportunity for people to hear it, to listen to it. Because unless you listen to it, it goes away. And I have a hearing problem anyway. So
but Anthony, you're amazing, Anthony. Great job, Anthony.
Wonderful organization.
So proud of you.
Organization, I think
we're proud of you.
Probably wouldn't get done. And the idea now is to spread the word and speak the language. Now, I have a story. Ricordate la mia giornata a church. I'm going to tell you a story and see if anybody can relate to it. And this is the story that my grandfather told me. Not me. Okay? quando era piccolito tu sei, c'era uno scemo, conosci chi era lo scemo? Conosci chi era lo scemo? E ogni giorno la mia famiglia era il problema. Ogni notte si buttasse il scemo dentro la casa. Va bene, si buttasse il scemo dentro la casa. E perché si buttasse il scemo dentro la casa? Perché? Perché si scandale. Allora si scandale lo scemo può essere si scappare, no? La gente si vede e rubare.
Pigliava.
E posso dire. So that's a little small story.
You should just see
A small story that's because
right.
I know my grammar is terrible, etc. But that's a little small story, and 100 others from my grandfather and my mother and father. I don't want to become emotional. I remember that, and it's valuable, and it's important, and it means a great deal to me. And whatever you have in your recollection, in your family, in your soul, you better remember that too. Thank you.
Bravo, bravo!